Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have another paranormal experience to share with you guys. At the time I'm recording this, which this may be way pre-filmed, like you may not even be seeing this till like way in the future just because I am 39 weeks pregnant today. My little girl Penelope is due exactly a week from today. But like as I keep mentioning in videos, like I really just wanted to pre-film a lot, that way when she comes I won't have to stress about filming and everything. I'm sure I won't be in the mood or have the time to film. So anyways, if you're somebody who really likes to keep up with like what I'm doing in real time, I recommend following me on Instagram. I'll put my handle here and then I will also leave a clickable link in the description box for you. That way, like, because probably by the time you're watching this I probably have already had her and everything like that. But I think it was last week I did film my previous paranormal story time that you guys might have seen, which I'll link that up here if you haven't seen it. And per usual, I will link my whole paranormal playlist down below for you guys as well. If you're in the mood to binge, I have had so many creepy things happen to me and made videos about almost all of them. Jesse just got home, so if you hear something and my dogs and stuff, that's what that is. Wanna come say hi? I'm sitting on a bucket.
Why?
I don't know, I just felt like squatting.
Hi.
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 Oh God. Hi, Penny girl. Hello.
That's Sugar Bear. Ow!
Come on,
Alice!
Come on. Let's see what I'm doing.
But I'll go ahead and kind of just explain it again. Since being pregnant, up until literally these last couple weeks, I have not had anything scary happen. It's been more really cool spiritual things, which again, you'll have to check out all my other videos. But basically, I think, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I had a really evil dream that I don't know, I feel like there's dreams and then I feel like there are messages and like spiritual encounters that come in the form of dreams. Like I personally feel like loved ones and like good things can come visit you in your dreams, where it's more like a visiting rather than a dream, just because when you're dreaming you're more vulnerable, you're not really aware, you know. But I also think you can get visited and I guess attacked by not so good things in your dream, which is what I think happened a couple weeks ago. And in that video, like I did overcome it. Like I did kind of find a sense of power in myself, if that makes any sense, that you are in control of what is allowed to be in your space and what is not. And if you really just harness that power, like I really don't feel like we understand how powerful we really are. And this also goes into religion too, which, as I always say, if you don't believe in God, like if me talking about like religion and God like kind of just rubs you the wrong way, like I'm sorry, but my intention is not to preach it onto you. It's not to make you think like, oh, I think you should believe in God, because I feel like everyone can believe in whatever they like, and who am I to judge what's right and what's wrong to believe in? So when I talk about like God and spiritual things, that's just because that's what I believe in, you know what I mean? And if you don't, that's okay. Just, I guess, take it for entertainment purposes or however you want to take it. But I feel like recently, within the last month of being pregnant, like this pregnancy has just been the most happiest, wonderful time of my life. Like I've never been happier in my entire life. Again, I mentioned this last video, but I've just really been vibrating really high, which I feel like that deters like a lot of more paranormal beings, like spirits, ghosts, poltergeists, that kind of thing. Like those kind of entities, I feel like when you're at a high vibration, want nothing to do with you. Like that really, like they just is not attractive. However, I feel like that is attractive to the devil. And like I know, like again, if you don't believe in it, you probably think I sound crazy, but I genuinely like believe in that. And there's something about when we're at a really good place, and like for me, like I've been at a really trusting good place with God lately. The devil really, that's so attractive to him to just kind of bring you down. And anyways, I really feel like for some reason that he has just been really trying to bring me down, and I've really been feeling like some reason he's really trying to get to Penelope, as scary as that sounds. But anyways, I had another scary thing happen. Okay, so the other morning, I woke up in the morning to go pee, and Jesse's been leaving for work at like 4:45 in the morning, and I usually wake up right before he has to wake up for work to go to the bathroom, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm laying there, and Jesse got up, got ready, left for work. I said goodbye, and I started watching YouTube videos to try to go back to sleep. And so then I started watching hypnobirthing, not videos, but like soundtracks, which, I don't know, hypnobirthing is just kind of like, I guess I would describe it as a state of mind, how to get through birth naturally. I don't know. I've just been kind of like browsing videos about it because I am going to be giving birth soon. But basically a lot of the videos tell you, oh, if you just listen to hypnobirthing like music and guided meditation videos, like as you're trying to fall asleep, like you'll just naturally absorb it. And anyway, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to put on one of those videos. Because it's also about relaxation and stuff too, so I feel like it'll work if you're trying to sleep as well. So anyways, I found one, and it was just kind of like peaceful music in the background with this lady's like calming voice, like just like guiding you through peaceful things, like, oh, feel your all the muscles in your face relaxing, and your facial expression, and then feel your arms relaxing, and then picture yourself in a beautiful garden, like just guided almost like relaxation stuff. And I did start like feeling sleepy, and it was really nice at first, but at some point like I kind of halfway started falling asleep, and for some reason I started feeling a little weirded out, like almost like tripped out. I've never done any like hardcore drugs or anything like that, so I don't really know what that would feel like, but the only way I can describe how I was feeling is almost like, again, like how I would picture being on like crazy drugs would feel, like just almost like trippy, like really tripped out and weirded out almost, but I was kind of half asleep. And so at this point I was like, all right, well, I'm falling asleep, so I could turn this off and I'll probably fall back to sleep. So I turned it off and I went to sleep. And again, I wasn't full on in sleep. I was still at that point where where you like catch yourself like kind of halfway dreaming, but you are still aware and know you're awake, if that makes any sense. And I was still feeling a little weirded out and tripped out, like almost kind of like I described in my last video, like almost like something was not right, or there's something in my like space that is not like I just got that feeling again, And so then I kind of started praying, and I just started picturing like all my loved ones surrounding me, protecting me. And then like people started popping up who are still alive. Like I was like kind of in a weird half awake, half starting to dream, half praying state. Again, really weird state I was in. But one of the people who popped up was my mom, and it was weird, like everybody was just kind of standing there guarding me, but my mom was like dancing, and she was like dancing on me, which is funny because that's something my mom would do. Like my mom's really funny, and we're very like comfortable, and like I don't know, it's just something my mom would do. But then all of a sudden I just got a feeling for some reason that this is a trick, or I felt like the only way I can describe this, guys, is that I really just feel like, this sounds so dumb, but I feel like, the devil is a wolf, and he keeps trying to trick me and put on a sheep clothing, you know what I mean? And make me think things that are not real, or like make me fall into something and think he's something he's not. I don't know, that just sounds so weird, but that's been happening, and it's almost like I keep seeing the little zipper, like, I got you, you sneaky like I see your zipper, like nice try, and I feel like that's what's been happening lately. So again, my mom was dancing on me in this like visualization. I wouldn't even say it was a dream. Like again, I was still kind of awake, and I just got that feeling like, this is not what it is, like this is a trick. And at that point, my mom turned around, and her face turned into like an evil face, and like was like smiling and laughing at me, and oh god, I just got like goosebumps, and it was terrifying. And at this point, like I was like aware and like fully awake, and I physically, oh my god, you guys, I physically felt something like cuddling up next to me, like on me, like I was turned on my side like this, and I physically felt something like clutched onto me on the side, and like just with their face, or like right here, I could feel it. And one of my dogs likes to cuddle up next to me up there, and like for a split second I was like, that's gotta be Alice, that's gotta be Alice. And then at this point I realized I couldn't move, and I was like, oh my god, I can't move. Is this sleep paralysis? It felt exactly like the one other time I've ever had sleep paralysis, which I'll specifically link that video right here, and then I'll specifically like link it down below if you guys want to go watch that. But it was that exact feeling of, oh my god, I'm aware that I'm awake, this is real life, this is not a dream, but I cannot move. So I'm like, that's gotta be Alice, that's gotta be Alice, my dog. But my eyes were able to look, and she was on this side of me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is not Alice, this is something evil. And I could like feel it, like, I just breathing, like I could just feel it on me, and I was so terrified, you guys, but I could not move. And I was like, like this is honestly the scariest experience I think I've ever had. I've seen things a couple times, I've felt really scared, but this was touching me, which to me is just so scary. Like the fact that like it had the balls to touch me, like anyways. So kind of like in my dream I had a couple weeks ago, something just popped into my head. And this is where I think, like, for me personally, like that's God helping me out. Like I was frozen, I was paralyzed, I was terrified, and I didn't know what to do. And it's like he just plants little things in your mind to like get you out of it. Kind of like in my dream, like if you watched my last video, I was like, spiritual welfare, that just popped in my head in the dream. And so again, I had that feeling, something just popped into my head, like how did I think of this? And what popped into my head is, so I have a sister, I talk about her a lot, her name's Sarah. She's gonna be 16 next month. But she went to catechism when she was younger, and one thing she told me, like I remember she was like so excited when she found out and she came home and told me about it, was that her priest was telling all of them, they were talking about kind of like being scared and having the feeling of being watched and just being scared. And he told them that when you feel that feeling, say out loud, in the name of Yeshua, which I don't really know exactly, like that's kind of random that the Catholic priest would say that, because I want to say that that's a Jewish derived word. I'm not sure, I'm not quite sure, but obviously it's not Jesus. But basically the priest told them to say in the name of Yeshua, and that specifically the devil does not like that word, like it will go away. And so for some reason that popped in my mind at this moment, and I can't remember if I actually got it out loud, like if I whispered Yeshua, or if I like more just like thought it really hard in my head. But anyways, like I either whispered or thought Yeshua, and immediately I was able to move. Whatever was there like went away, and I was able to turn over. And so weird, like crazy, like. And at this point I was so scared. I was like, oh my god, like I kind of was at a point where I'm like, I'm pretty sure this was real, but I'm really hoping that like this can be a dream. Like it was just so, again, I had that same feeling that I had when I had sleep paralysis the first time, where it was so terrifying and so seemed like crazy that I was like, this had to be a dream. This had to be a dream. Just because I was like, there's no way that something this scary could happen in real life almost, you know, like I was just in disbelief. So at this point, I really like prayed, and I had my dog, Alice, I called her up and made her lay there, so that way like, I'm like, oh, like if it tries to come back, like she'll be right there, like she'll protect me. I have physical protection. And then I prayed so I would have spiritual protection. And again, I just prayed that like, I was like, God, and like all my past loved ones, all my angels, like I need everybody here right now. I'm like under attack and I need like protection, you know? And that's how I felt. I just felt like I was like under attack and like being like toyed with. And so anyways, I fell back asleep and I woke up, and I wasn't as scared like I was the last evil dream I had. I was more like, all right, I feel like this really did happen. And again, I was like, did that really happen? Like that was so terrifying. Like it had to have been a dream. But again, just like my last sleep paralysis story, I'm 99% sure that it was not a dream. And so at this point I was like, all right, like I don't know. I felt like not as scared, but I still felt like, gosh, like what is going on? Like why is the devil trying so hard to get to me right now? You know, like what, like, oh, this, I was a little frustrated was a feeling I had. And so so one of my really good friends, Maria, her mom is seriously like the sweetest. Like she's the sweetest woman. When Jesse and I had our first miscarriage, like I had never even met her, and she sent Maria with this beautiful little angel pin and like saying like, you know, oh, your baby's an angel, it'll always be with you. Like she is just so sweet and spiritual, and she's just a really, really lovely lady. And like so is my friend Maria. And so about a week ago, my friend Maria's mom sent me in the mail this like spiritual guardian angel medallion. And in the note, she wrote she had already had it blessed. And so I went and I got that out, and I just carried it around the house, and I just started like saying out loud, you are not welcome here. Like you, whatever you're doing, you keep trying to get to me and you're not gonna get to me. Nice try, but I will always, always, always like ward you off. Like you are not welcome. Like out loud, I was saying all these things. I was carrying around the medallion. I was saying like, God, like bless this home. Like you see this, like you should be terrified. Like you should be terrified to come here. You should not step foot in this house if you mean me any kind of wrong. If you are evil, you are not welcome here. I will not let you in. Like I will continue to fight you. You're not gonna win this battle. And I like, even out loud, I was saying like, I see your freaking zipper again, like going back to like the wolf and sheep outfit metaphor. I was like, I'm gonna see your zipper every single time. Like, and again, this is bad. Like I do, like I cuss out loud. I'm like, you sneaky, not today, Satan, you know, like nice try. Like I came on top again. I just was trying to talk myself up and just, like get out of here. And like I was carrying around and like saying this in all the rooms in my house. Like again, if you don't believe in this stuff, I'm sure you're laughing right now, but I do. And then I even said out loud, and if I don't catch you, then you're in deep because then God and my angels are gonna take over, and then you're really done for. So I just like went around and said that in the house, and then I put the medallion on my bedside table. And I'm not gonna lie, so this was yesterday morning at the time of me filming this. And I'm not gonna lie, like once it hit nighttime, like, and I haven't felt like this in a really long time, I did start getting a little scared. I did start getting a little worried, like, oh God, like that was so scary. Like I really don't want that to happen to me again tomorrow morning. And again, it always happens when Jesse leaves, like when I'm by myself, which again, like, what a little, you wait till I'm by myself, like what a coward. And that's what, like, to me, like Satan's a freaking coward. You wait till like I'm alone, which again, like that just gives me more fuel to be like, excuse my language, but like you're a little, like, you know, like that's so bad. But I just feel like it's okay to like be like that towards him. He deserves it. But I did start feeling like before I went to bed, I even told Justin, like, I'm kind of scared to go to sleep. Like I'm scared for you to leave for work in the morning. Like I hope I don't have another bad dream. Like I hope I don't have something like that happen again. But I felt really comfortable like with the medallion, the blessed medallion, guardian angel by my bed. And I just prayed before I went to bed, and I kept waking up in the middle of the night and like, I don't know, just kind of like praying a little bit, like, keep everything away. And then when Jesse left for work, I called my dog and made her like lay, it's on the edge of the bed, so like I made her lay there so like I'd feel protected. And then one of my other dogs laid on my other side, and then another one laid at my feet, so I was like boxed in, and I was like, all right, like I'm protected. Like I don't know, but nothing happened today, so that was good. And yeah, that's just the end of my sleep paralysis story, which again, like this is the second and only other time I've ever had sleep paralysis. And I just have to be in a place where I'm staying strong. Yes, at the moment, like I had a moment of weakness. I didn't know what to do. I was paralyzed. Like I couldn't even have the strength to tell it to go away. But then again, that Yeshua thing popped into my head, and I really just feel like that was God or one of my guardian angels just helping me out. Like here's a tool. Like you can fight this. Here's your tool, you know? And so again, I like making these videos in case you guys are going through the same thing, or if you ever experience the same thing, or if you're scared, like you have the tools to get rid of things like this. And like I said, if you don't believe in it, then just take it for entertainment, I guess. Like I don't really get offended by that if people don't believe me or believe in what I believe in. I don't know why. It doesn't offend me. Like I understand that everybody has lived different lives and everyone believes in different things, and like it's not my place to, I don't know, like judge you for that. So when I get judged for that, it doesn't bother me. I don't know. But anyways, that's my story. I of course will keep you updated if anything else happens. And I think too, I feel like the reason it's happening is because I'm getting closer and closer to delivering. And if you guys have been following my journey, you guys know like Jesse and I have had miscarriages, and we've wanted a baby for so long. And again, this has just been so precious to us that of course, like now the time is near, like we're about to have our baby in our hands. Like of course, something that means me ill will is gonna like really try to bring me down and get to my happiness right now. So I'm thinking that maybe like once Penelope's born that it'll stop and he'll kind of just give up, you know, because I'm at a place where I'm just very like, I'm gonna catch you every time, like I've figured you out, like I know your game, and I feel very well equipped to fight you off, you know? So anyways, this video is probably so long. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day to watch this. If you've gotten to the end of this video and you're not subscribed yet, hit that button. I would love for you to become part of my family. I do other videos too. Like my most videos I do is like beauty stuff. Like I do makeup and fashion and like bougie on a budget and just anything I'm interested, I make videos on. So check out the rest of my videos if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in my next video.